Hey guys, it's Justin Davito back here with the final video of this season. Appreciate you watching. Hit that like, subscribe button. That really encourages me. I really appreciate it. And I plan to be back around March. We'll see. I'm not going to promise or guarantee that, but that is the plan. However, today we're talking about final thoughts on the G3XL versus the PSA Dagger. As mentioned, I have the PSA Dagger, sniper green, threaded barrel, tall sights, which I actually don't care for, and I can add an RMR option if I want a red dot. The Taurus, if you were going to add a threaded barrel, you can order one through Lakeline. It's like $130. If you take your $300 firearm, now it's $400. If you want to add the red dot, it's like another $150 to get that upgraded slide. So you're like $600 in, right? You could probably sell maybe your old slide to get some of that money back, but it's gonna cost you more. At that point, it's like, well, should I just get a more expensive firearm? It's a fair enough question. So in this regards, I like the Dagger. Grip. This is the Taurus. It is rough. It's quite rough. Personally, I like the Dagger's grip. It's like softer and smoother, yet still it's a grip. I like that better. Now, I was lucky. My holster, I use like a leather pancake holster. Both firearms fit. It covers the trigger on both, which that's what you want the holster to do. Now, speaking of triggers, let's talk about the triggers. All right, G3, first shot goes here, breaks, and then it's hard here, but it still travels and breaks. So, some people don't care for that. It's more a preference thing. That's what I started training with. I don't mind it. I like it. The G3XL, G3C, the G3 is phenomenal for dry fire practice. And the reason I can say that is when you put your laser in, you can keep pulling the trigger. It's great for repeated shots. Where on the PSA Dagger, it's one shot, and then you have to cock it every single time for dry fire practice. Which is actually normal for most firearms. But here it is. People have hated this trigger on it. It didn't actually seem that bad to me. Okay? It doesn't seem that bad to me. Probably prefer the Taurus trigger, and maybe I'll end up upgrading that. I'm a little hesitant on that, but potentially I would. It's not as firm as an actual Glock 19 trigger, that's for sure, but $300 firearm, I think it still has a decent trigger. I don't have a problem with it. I'm not the best trigger expert per se. Both are good, but both fired. I mentioned previously I've been having issues with the Taurus G3. It's failure to feed with hollow points primarily, not in self-defense ammo. The only issue I've had on the Palmetto Dagger was when I was empty after I was done shooting it. I had trouble getting the magazine out, cocked it back, got the magazine out just fine. Now, the PSA Dagger is a 3.9-inch barrel, and the Taurus G3XL is a 4-inch barrel. Not much of a difference there. I still would say I am significantly more accurate with the Taurus G3XL. That could just become with practice. So I don't want to bash that too much. Potentially too, I'll need to upgrade the sights on this. That I don't like how tall those are. And there's no white or anything in the front. So, you're supposed to focus on the front sight. I'm like, there's no indicator for me to look at except it's black. So it's just not my favorite. That may just be more personal preference, but yeah, I'll have to mess with that before I make my final decision, I should say. But I do like being able to carry 15 rounds versus the 12. This extra 3, I think, is very nice. Let's talk about magazines. Magazines, G3XL, you get 2 12-round magazines, unless you live in an anti-gun state. And the Palmetto, you get 1 15-round magazine. Okay, it is nice getting 2. Give that to Taurus. But having 15-round magazines is pretty nice, and you can get more. So right now, Palmetto has where you could buy another magazine, 15 or 17 round for the same price. $12.30. $12.30. That's before shipping. Taurus is $36 for a 15 or a 17 round or 12 round magazine before shipping. I gotta give it to Palmetto there. Yes, it's Magpul. It's not Taurus, not the same manufacturer. Like, Palmetto doesn't make their own magazines. You either gotta use Glock or some off-brand, and they've chosen Magpul. It seems to work well. So I gotta give it to them there. All in all, these two guns, I think that they're great. For around $300-ish for either one, for your first firearm, for your self-defense gun, as long as it's reliable, I think it'll be great. You need to make sure you practice with it so you know how to use it, so you're not afraid of the recoil. So there you have it. Those are my thoughts on the Taurus and the PSA Dagger. Let me know your thoughts below. So, hey, thanks for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. Question for you. On both of these firearms, I can put Glock sights on. On the Palmetto, I think I pretty much want to put new sights on. Let me know in the comments below some cheap alternatives. Doesn't matter if it's eBay cheap, some cheap alternatives that I could install, Glock sights I could install primarily on the Palmetto, but even on the Taurus. I'm just curious what you recommend, and who knows, maybe I'll test it out and do a review on it. Again, thanks for watching. This is Justin Davito, signing off.